Practice Test for Canadian Citizenship, Part 15. When did Canada enjoy one of the strongest economies among industrialized nations? Between 1945 and 1970. Which act guarantees French and English services in the federal government across Canada? The Official Languages Act. Whose films have been popular in Quebec and across the country and have won international awards? The films of Denis Arcand. When was unemployment insurance introduced, now called employment insurance? 1940. Who established the first European settlement north of Florida in 1604? Pierre de Monts and Samuel de Champlain. Who invented basketball? James Naismith. Who invented the first cardiac pacemaker? Dr. John A. Hopps. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? Dr. Wilder Penfield. Which of the following is a person of letters who had a significant cultural impact? Pauline Johnson. Which famous Canadian artist painted the forests and Aboriginal artifacts of the West Coast? Emily Carr. Basketball was invented by a Canadian. True. By the 1960s, how many Canadians had origins that were neither British nor French? 1/3. Canadian football is absolutely identical to American football. What was the name of the war that began when several liberated countries of Eastern Europe became part of a communist bloc controlled by the Soviet Union? The Cold War. Who was Upper Canada's first Lieutenant Governor and founder of the city of York, now Toronto? Lieutenant Colonel John Graves Simcoe. Which Canadian circled the globe in a wheelchair to raise funds for spinal cord research? Rick Hansen. Who invented the telephone? Alexander Graham Bell. The BlackBerry is a Canadian invention. True. Which of the following is a writer who has diversified Canada's literary experience? Michael or Dante? What is the current name of the fortress that Samuel de Champlain built in 1608? Quebec City. What began Canada's modern energy industry in 1947? The discovery of oil in Alberta. Which of the following is a Canadian musician who was renowned in Canada and abroad? Sir Ernest Macmillan. When did the Parliament establish the Royal Commission on Bilingualism and Biculturalism? 1963. Who were pioneers of modern abstract art in the 1950s? Les Automatistes of Quebec.